In October 2021, the Bank of Canada governor was at a U.S. think tank. A financier in the audience asked him, "How confident are you that inflation is really transitory? Because if you polled smart people in finance, you'd get 50% saying yes and 50% saying no." And Tiff Macklem, and this is a direct quote, said, "It's the job of central banks to say it is." Read that again. The job of central banks is to say inflation is temporary, whether or not they believe it. He said it with a smile, but 5 months later, the Bank of Canada started hiking, and they didn't stop for 17 months. The prime rate went from 2.45% to 7.2%, the largest rate increase in Canadian history. And they didn't start hiking until inflation had nearly hit 5.7%, nearly 4 full points above their own target. By the time they showed up to the fire, the house was already gone. I'm not here to bash the Bank of Canada. They have a hard job, and Macklem himself later admitted they were, in his words, not sufficiently attentive to the risk that inflation could rise sharply. But here's what you need to take from this. When the Bank of Canada signals that inflation is a serious problem, bond markets spike, mortgage rates jump, financial conditions tighten overnight. So there is a structural reason for them to call things temporary, or balanced, or manageable, until the data makes that position almost impossible to hold. And by the time they admit it's not temporary, it's already in your mortgage payment. Right now, the BOC is using the word judgment. Oil is above $110 a barrel, and the next decision is April 29th. I'm not predicting what they'll do. Nobody can, not even them. But the lesson from 2021 is simple. Don't wait for the Bank of Canada to tell you it's time to act. By the time they say it, you're already too late. Do your own math, check your own renewal date, run your own scenarios. Don't outsource the most important financial decision of your year to a financial institution that has a structural reason to tell you everything is fine. Save this. The people who acted early in 2021 saved themselves tens of thousands. The people who waited for the bank to tell them, they're the ones still recovering.